So once again, we're going to do a little running narration to the video here. This is, pardon me, this is a drone I bought probably 3 or 4 years ago. It is no longer available on Banggood. It is an Eachine 210 V-tail. It is got an on-screen display, as you can see. This video is being recorded on a ground station. I'm just flying this one line of sight right now. I'm just trying to get a feel for it, actually, as I fired it up. It's been so long since I've flown it. As you can see, I have not got much of a feel for it. And I'm not, because I'm not looking at it through the goggles, I'm switching back and forth between stabilized mode and acro mode, and you'll see that. I'm playing with the switches to decide what does what, which switch affects. One of them is an arm switch. I'm going to hit that here in a minute, and it's going to disarm the quad, and I'm going to fall out of the sky. As you can see, the camera I haven't got aligned properly with the horizon, so that's something else I've got to tweak and work with. But again, this was just kind of a test flight. Can I get it in the air? Will it stay in the air? How long does the battery last for a good flight? I'm not convinced the telemetry is working properly here. I stay at the same 16.3 volts the entire flight, so I'm not too sure about that. I also have not got anything set up for like position holding with the GPS, right? So it's got a GPS on it, and but it's not holding its position. It doesn't have any return to home functions or anything like that programmed. It just will let me know where it's fallen out of the sky. If I've got to go searching across the face of the earth to find it, I'll at least have latitude and longitude that I can plug into my phone and go pick it up from wherever it was last. It also shows altitude, as you can see on the HUD, and speed. I'm really just trying to hover stably, so I'm barely varying in either altitude or speed. And it's really annoying to watch the horizon in this mode. Well, I don't know what to say about that, so I'm going to say nothing for a few minutes. We'll watch me take off and crash. Now you notice I've thrown the switch, it's back in acro mode, and I'm probably not going to know that because I'm still trying to figure out which switch does what. I'm going to take off, I'm going to be in acro mode. And I'm not very good at thrust vectoring my quad around so that it keeps a nice steady position. I get very, very uneasy and wobbly and unpredictable when I'm straight acro, and this close to the ground, never a good idea. For me, anyway. I'm terrible. And that was the switch that turned out to be the Failsafe. It fell right out of the sky. Make a little adjustment on the camera. I think, although I do not get it just right this time either, I get it a little closer to level to being matching the horizon. Yeah, close. And then I think I just barely kind of put it in the air again for a split second. Arm it up, switch it to stabilize. Now I know what the switches do. I give it a quick flight just to make sure I'm stabilized, and then I'm at almost 4 minutes of flight, so I decide I'm going to set it down rather than drain the battery anymore. And this is the way the on-screen display closes out. When it disarms, you get a little feedback on what was data from the flight. That's the little ground station that I'm using. It's an Eachine ground station.